Well, hello my darlings, and welcome to Danie's Designs Craftmas 2018 Day 4. I am so glad you are here. Today we are going to be creating a snowflake Tealight candle garden. I sure hope you'll stay tuned. For this project, you will need 4 of these Tealight candle holders, some diamond wrap, any type of your choosing. You will need 4 5x7 frames, any frame, it does not matter because you're going to be harvesting the glass. And of course, you will need your handy dandy tools. Let's get crafting. So the first thing you're going to need for this project is, of course, to open your package, remove your backing, discard any papers that are in there, and possibly, perhaps, save your frame for another project. The only part of your frame that you're going to be needing for this project is a pane of glass. And once you have gotten your panes of glass out of your frame packages, we are going to embellish each one of those panes of glass with our diamond wrap. Now, in the intro reel, I suggested any diamond wrap of your choosing. The choice is yours. But for this project, I am going to be using my floral embellishments. And to place these, I'm simply putting a bead of hot glue behind each one of those flowers, and then I'm placing my floral embellishment as close to the edge as I possibly can get it without having those flowers stick up over my glass. I am going to continue the rest of this process off camera with all 3 panes of glass, and then when I'll come back, I'll show you what's next. So here we have our panes of glass that we have embellished with our diamond wrap, the front, the back, and then the middle pane that I decided to embellish both front and back, but not on the bottom. Now what we're going to do is use a 2-part epoxy to glue this Tealight candle holder to our pane of glass. Now, if you notice when I put that Tealight candle to stand up against the glass, if you notice, you'll see that the shape of the glass, it is fluted. That Tealight candle holder is fluted somewhat, and it is not straight up and down. That means that when you put your epoxy on that glass, you're only going to be able to get the brim of that Tealight candle and about 1/8 of an inch of that Tealight candle to engage with the pane of glass. And so as you can see, I'm placing just a pat of that epoxy on the lip, and then I am placing my pane of glass next to it, continuing that step on the other side of the Tealight candles, just a smidge of that epoxy right on the lip and about 1/8 of an inch below it. And then I'm going to take what is my middle pane that we have embellished on both sides, and I'm going to sandwich the 2 of those Tealight candle holders between my 2 panes of glass and hold them for about 3 to 5 minutes until that epoxy has been set into place. Off camera, I'm going to repeat the process with my other 2 candle holders by placing my epoxy and then sandwiching the back pane of glass onto it as well. So here we have our candlescape that has been glued together. That epoxy is still setting, so I do not want to handle it too much. But in the essence of time, I wanted to come back to show you how we are going to embellish this piece using some snowflakes from last season, Danie's Designs Craftmas 2017, and a few acrylic gems. Now, these snowflakes, I can't remember where I got them from. I can possibly check my receipts, and if I do find where I get them from, I'll place them in the description box below. However, to glue these on, I'm going to go in with a combination of my permanent glue, and then on top of that with a smidge of hot glue, and then I'm going to hold these in place until they set. Now I'm going to place these asymmetrically so that it will give our project a more rounded, more detailed look. And then in between those snowflakes, I'm going to place my acrylic petal gems in between to take up some additional space, and like I said before, to round out our design a little more. Now of course I'm going to have to hold these in place because gravity is not a friend of snowflakes, both literally and figuratively. I'm going to allow this to set, clean this up of any glue fronds, stage our piece, and then I'll be back to show you what our finished project looks like. Well, here you have it, my darlings, our snowflake tea light candle holder garden. Isn't this absolutely darling? I think I would have to say that my favorite part of this project would have to be the fact that it is totally transparent from top to bottom, front to back, and side to side. That is one of my favorite aspects of working with glass and creating glass pieces. Now of course there's going to be a caveat with this, and when I recreate this, because this design is going to be gifted to some of my favorite people in the world, but when I do recreate this, instead of using a hot glue to get that right now adhesion, I will take my time on this and simply use a permanent glue or epoxy all the way through to ensure that we do not have any of that residue a hot glue would leave behind. And so it is just a suggestion for you as well, my darlings. So if you have found any value in this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. Will you be creating this to give as gifts this holiday season, or will you be recreating this to place this candle garden perhaps on your mantle so that when you light your fireplace, it will help to set the atmosphere that you are trying to create? Or tell me, would you heed my suggestion of just using a permanent glue or perhaps a transparent epoxy when putting this together? I would love to hear from you. To my Danie's darlings, as usual and as always, I would like to tell you thank you for all of the love, the comments, the questions, the feedback. Please know that none of it is wasted, but most importantly, I would like to tell you thank you for all of the encouragement. It is not wasted, and I appreciate each and every one of you. To those of you who may not yet be Danie's darlings, humbly consider subscribing to our channel today to ensure that you will be a part of this amazing community that we have grown for the past 2 years, a community that crafts with and learns from each other on a weekly basis. Also, if you do subscribe to our channel today, also be sure to ring the notification bell to ensure that you are made aware whenever any of our videos are published, as well as whenever we go live as a community. Well, my darlings, before I sign off today, I'm going to leave you with a motto to our channel, which is simply this: why buy when you can DIY? And so, my darlings, my loves, I thank you for joining me on day 4 of Danie's Designs Craftmas 2018, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, God willing, for day 5. And so, until then, I say to you, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.